I said yesterday, I was talking to you about some of the experiences that happened to me. So in May 2019, I had a manager who was Somali and he was Muslim, right? I didn't even know he was Muslim. He was just Somali, and I just thought, well, by the first day I worked with him, I guess that he was Muslim. Not the first Muslim that I've ever come across. I don't really talk to them in general. I don't really see them. I don't really acknowledge them. And for whatever reason, there was this. He was my new AD, my new director, and my concern was making sure I get a good reference. Okay, this antichrist spirit followed me. That was hanging around Southwark. Followed me from Southwark to my house in 14 Gargani Walk because they like Peju. They like this house because this house is chaotic. Because they like this house and they like the nonsense that she's doing there, they're attracted to sit in this house. This spirit blamed all of the problems that was happening to me, blamed it on this guy called Mustafa Awale. I was trying to be responsible in my small bedroom and making sure that I do good work for my managers, right? Which means I have to bear them in mind when I'm getting ready, when I'm getting changed. The house was going wayward with this man and this man's name. Okay. They started he's not the first Muslim I've come across. I've got my grandmother was Muslim, and also I've got Muslim family members back home in Nigeria. And we don't really discuss it. We don't really talk about religion. To be honest, the Christianity seems to be the dominant religion. Like, if you're Muslim, you don't really say anything. You don't really say anything anyway. And people in Nigeria are not intelligent. They're not scholars. So they will just kind of believe whatever they think that they want to believe. And religion is for people who are scholars, who have libraries. They're for men. They're for rich men who are able to go through and dissect things and read up on things and cross-check things. I don't really like Christianity anyway because it's all English. It's all Anglican. It's all Anglican words. I prefer Hebrew and Judaism because it's Yeshua. Prefer calling Christ Yeshua because it's in the original Hebrew language. And it's easier to understand. I don't need to be quoting the Bible text and things every day, and I don't need to apply it to my life. I need to be applying like science and principles to my life. I don't need to be applying things like religion to my life, such a small person and a young person. I keep it around. I have a Bible in my home because I want people to know that I'm a normal person, or because police are prejudice. Police are prejudice. People are prejudice. So if they see a Bible in my house, they think, okay, normal working, black girl in church, very normal, nothing chaotic here, nothing crazy here. So I have it there as like a safeguard to say that, this is a normal house. And I also have it as a safeguard from other black people who judge other black people based on their religion, because I don't care and I don't want to talk about it. I don't actually want to discuss it. But some people are so pushy to find out if somebody is a Christian or not, or pushy to find out if somebody is a practicing Christianity or not. Because if you're not Christian, I don't talk to you. Fine. I believe the same things that you believe. I believe it in a different way, as in it shouldn't take up most of my life. We should be more concerned with science and wealth building. That's it. Wealth building. As far as the other religions and Islam and the rest of it, I don't really care. I don't really deal with them. They have their own mechanisms that they work in. Other religions, you have their own mechanisms that you work in. You keep it there. I'm here for the experience and a good time. I'm not here to save souls. I'm not here to be a preacher. I'm not here, blah, blah. I'm here to communicate to my friends and my family, my people, and to protect my own neck. That's what I'm here for. So there was this spirit that was blaming things about Mustafa in the house. What's he got to do with the whole family? What's he got to do with my life? And they will capitalize. The biggest thing that they do is they capitalize on fear. So I bumped into him again at another job at Canesso, some other agency called Canesso, in an Old Bailey Street in London, in the city of London, like EC1M, those addresses. I bumped into him to it again because they were adamant, as long as I stayed in that room, in pushing me and putting him next to my face. Pushing him and putting him next to my face to make me scared and to make me shudder. The whole point was fear. That was the whole point. And there's spirits all over London. Spirits all over the city. All this haunted this and haunted that. It's not a joke. Haunted dungeons of London. These things are real. That place is haunted. It's not. It's where evil is allowed to grow and fester. When you go places like Spain, when you go places like the Mediterranean, where there's lots of light, People are very relaxed. They have easy wants. They're not really egotistical. Those are nice, safety places. But there are places that are wicked and haunted. Gothic churches. Any child being born will look at these buildings and think, what the heck is this? Gothic cathedrals, medieval cathedral, got nothing to do with me. A young Nigerian born in 1990, nothing to do with me. All of these medieval, obsessed with the cross, obsessed with this crucifixion, obsessed with that is for you. I don't enter churches that have massive crosses. I don't like things like that. I think those things are scary. Jesus loves you. Massive cross in front of the thingy, in front of the church. Anglican old looking haunted building. Funeral behind. Stones of stones behind. Is that inviting? Is that community? I like churches that look like community. Community first. A cool and young pastor. Nice big building, looking expensive, looking modern. Food, friendship, warm hugs, non-judgmental. Yeah, I like community halls, community like that. That's what I prefer. So all of these buildings, I think strange. Even the fact that we moved to Thamesmead was strange because that Thamesmead has a history. I know they were doing it up, they were renovating it, but that whole Thamesmead has a history, and I'm sensitive to area. I don't like areas that are poor or have a lot of history that are about death and about Black Death, about the plague, or like thingy, which doesn't leave me a lot of room, right? It doesn't leave me a lot of room because that a lot of places are like that, and you have to wait for the place to be renovated and feel comfortable and feel safe. That the area is renovated and it feels new and it's a prosperous town and the people are coming in are now new, and all of that is all history. But I'm very sensitive. I don't know why I'm sensitive. I think it's because of Dean Court. I think it's because of the location that I was born in. I think it's also because of my area. I think that's why I'm sensitive. If I was born in a small small village of like Spain, I don't think I'll be sensitive to these things. I think because I'm really a country bumpkin. I like gardens, I like fruit and vegetables. I don't like working too much and toiling. I don't like ego. I like things that are kind of home and cozy and being a homemaker and being a mother. I like being a homemaker and being at home and having a garden and having a very simple life. I don't like all of this complication. I don't like having to take on 12 different personalities because I'm having to communicate to various types of people. I don't like learning international information from a city in the United Kingdom when I should learn it from people who are from the original place. So that's another thing, another event that happened, and now as a result, all of my accounts, like my Halifax account that I've had for 15 years, my Monzo account, my my Lloyd's bank account is all locked up, and then also there's this app called Chase, which is not even a real bank. It's an American bank, and there's no such thing as Chase in the UK. There's no such thing as Chase Bank in the United Kingdom. In the UK, it's a fake. It's fake. And all my money is there, and now I can't get into my accounts. So that's what's another thing. They want to isolate me and keep me stuck here in this house and keep me stuck in this realm, in this universe where people don't know my location, people don't know my whereabouts. My phones are not acting, they're not acting in sync. My devices are not acting in sync. They're basically robbing me of life. Do you know that I spent hours of my life commuting in London and not seeing anyone? That's strange because you are likely to bump into somebody that you know. You are likely to bump into somebody that you know. There will be days I'll be in Streatham in Brixton, taking the bus and not going anywhere, or missing my location or missing my bus stop and not able to make it back. And then I'll return home back into the world of Peju and her mess. So this has all been a conspiracy, and I'm not the only one that's got problems. That's why I'm not embarrassed. That's why I'm not embarrassed, and that's why I'm not afraid of people not understanding me today, but will understand me tomorrow. Not understanding me tomorrow, but will understand me on Saturday. That's why I'm not afraid of the police. That's why I'm not afraid of the court, because this is true. This is true. It is true for all of the millions of people that live in this city and that live in this country. It's true. This country is unlike any other country in the world. It's one of the worst countries in the world. There's no produce here. There's no fruit here. You come outside your house, you should already have things in your hand to bring back to your home. And you're commuting hours on end, having these lofty ideals like African Nigerian parties, which is unrealistic. Unrealistic. Having to learn all these rules about what to say and who to speak to and how to act in order to get something done because the country is strange. These are the rules for entering the tube. These are the rules for the buses. These are the rules for speaking to the post office. These are the rules for speaking to estate agents. These are the rules for speaking to a car. These are the rules. These are all the rules, all of the English rules that you need to make it. Because you are here having Nigerian, Spanish, French, German ideals of your generation. So whether you're 1990 or 1980, you have these expectations, and then all of your TV and your media is fed by one country in America. So you have all of these mixed ideals and all of these expectations. And you're in the wrong place. Before transatlantic slavery, England wasn't really a real country. England was always part of Europe. England is an island on its own. It's a cold island. It's like a rock. It's like a space to put people before you go to, just a small space to put people. It's not a real country. Nothing grows here. It's not a real country. So this island is a temporary island. It's for temporary accommodation. The United Kingdom is a temporary accommodation island. It's not a long-term island. People are going back. The British, the Celts, and all the England, the Viking people, they're all going back to Australia. They're finding other Caucasian places to live. This is not their permanent home. This is a temporary home, a temporary location spot. This is the country of work. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who's experiencing these things. That's why I'm not afraid. There will be parts that will make sense for you, and there'll be parts that will be like, I don't know if I'm sure, but I believe her. I believe what she's saying. I believe her. Why am I not bumping into people that I know from my life that are to do with my needs and my wants? I'm making friends with random people. I don't know where they come, what school they come from, what area. And when you look at London, you actually have to break London down as an area, because London is like a continent. It's that big. You actually have to be area biased. You do have to be area biased, because it's not normal to be traveling 4 hours in the day every day. That's not normal. You do have to be biased, because intelligence is also located around a group of people. So the intelligence of West London and Southwest London is different to the intelligence of people from the east of London, or from the north of London, northeast, or from Essex. It's all very different. It's not the same. There's nuggets and pockets of information that I've carried with me from West London, that I got from West London, that is very different to the feel of East. This is very true. Not all of Spain is all of me. There are parts of Spain that I like. I like parts in Seville. I don't like Seville medieval churches, all these churches, medieval churches. I like Marbella. I like Malaga. I like living on the coast. It's not Madrid. I don't like Madrid. I don't do all of Madrid. I don't do that. It's not all of Nigeria that I like. It's not all of Nigeria that I'm from. If someone tells me from Nigeria, what part, what town, what neighborhood, what school, what university? It's not all of Nigeria that I have to digest. I like the part of Nigeria that is near the border of Cameroon. I like that area. It's not the whole of Abuja and the top that I love, that I need to be concerned with the people there. You have to be specific. The same can be said about any other ethnicity. You can say it about Indians. It's not all of India. What area? What part? It's not all of the Middle East. What area part? It's not all of France. It's what area? You have to be specific, and you have to be realistic about your friendships and your spouses that you're going to have. It's more likely to be local. You think locally. Find an area location that you want to be situated in, even situated in permanently as your permanent residence, and build your home there. Scout. Build your home there. That's why a car is so important. Build it because you're building your home. You're building your area where you're going to be walking around. All the shopkeepers and all these people are going to know you, running around from town to town and saying that you're living life like you're American, like you're a millionaire, like you have millionaire time. When you're poor, comparing your life to people who are celebrities when they have millionaire time. You don't know how many generations of American families, of African American family lineage that they have. You don't know how long they've been in that country, in that continent, in that state, to be comparing your life to a Ja Rule or to a 50 Cent or to whoever. You don't know how long they've been there. You don't know how many family members, cousins that have been there. You don't know how many generations back they've been there. You are from Nigeria. Your parents moved in 1980. Why are you trying to pretend that your life is anything similar to those to American television? If you manage to make it into some kind of rich stardom, that is by luck, and that is less than 1%. That is less than 1% of people. You are not Tiny Temper. You are not John Boyega. That is less than 1% of people. And now you're bringing religion into it because you're looking for something to hold on to. Now you're bringing religion into it and comparing everybody into a religion and saying, because you're not Christian enough, because you're not faith enough, I just know. What do you know? You know nothing. You don't know anything. Using Bible to map history, your own heritage, your own family history, economics, geography, science. I just think that it's just a general feeling from TV. It's just a general feeling. Just from the conversations that I have with friends. What friends? What's the IQ of your friends? And what's the evidence? What's the proof? What have they been doing? This is the buffoonery, and these are the things that I hear, the buffoonery in London. That's why I can't stay in that city. Because everybody has too many opinions and they talk too much. Everyone seems to lose and forget their minds. I don't like cities. Even in Manchester, where people act slow. Birmingham as well. The people there are slow. Some of the people there are slow. You're talking to Caucasian people who have been in Birmingham for more than 5 generations. My great-great-grandparent. You know how I know? Because they say my great-great-granddad was from Birmingham. We stayed here. I'm asking them questions. I'm not really sure, How can you not be really sure? If you are not really sure, how am I meant to be sure then? How am I meant to be sure then?